Hey everybody, it's me. I've been not doing things for a while. Um, and by a while I mean I wasn't here for like a good week-ish, and that felt weird, honestly. Not even a week. I still streamed like a decent chunk. I just feel and like I wasn't streaming for a very good reason, which was I didn't want to like take away from like um a friend's streams, which were more important because they were charity streams, and they still are going. And I'm streaming at a different time now to fix things. Fix? I don't know. To change things up. Hi, it's Remnant. I'm here. I'm Mina. I got my nails done today. I did them myself. I like it. I feel very nice with them. So last time, we started the 29-23 DLC and also beat the initial game. And that's fun, but here's the thing. We missed a couple of things back on Earth. And also, a story thing happens when you return to the ward from like Ward Prime. Like a cutscene happens when you go back to the home base instead of I did like the whole puzzle thing with Ward Prime, and that was a fun thing, except I took way too long and got just a teeny bit frustrated. But like immediately after that, which is when I ended the stream, like the stream ended, and then immediately after, there was a cutscene in the ward which had fucking Ford in it. So like a sane person, I replayed through all of the game. I should note, you don't need to replay through the entire story of the base game to replay the 29-23 DLC. But I did that anyway because I wanted to, and as a side note, I have now platinumed the base game, which is great. I love doing that. So with that pretense out of the way, I'm not quite sure where we're going to end up when I start a new session, or when I start this up again. However, the first thing we're going to do is watch the cutscene with Ford, the founder of Ward 13. Kind of a big deal, but like, and it's cool to finally have him like back in the ward. But besides that, we're also going to. There's also a collectible that we didn't get that I want to go ahead and grab on Earth, like just before Ward Prime. So we'll see all that, and then we'll jump into actually, like the fun part of the DLC where you go to a different world. I'm kidding. Like all of Ward Prime and stuff. That was fun. I really liked the atmosphere before Ward Prime in the hills. Very, very country aesthetic. And we'll get to see like a little bit of that. But so there was that, and then there was Ward Prime. Both of those were, I enjoyed both. And that's all I wanted to say in terms of pretense. Yeah, cutscene immediately. I love how weird I look. Love looking weird.
Hey, you made it. Welcome back.
Welcome back, traveler.
Oh, Commander.
Please.
You are dramatic, man.
Ellen is the commander now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Founder. Sir.
Just call me Andrew.
Yes, sir. I'll go check on the gates.
Odd kid. Bo told me you found Ward Prime. I'm glad to hear my
Your hair
intel
is doing
still
some
good.
wacky things.
Been a while since I thought about that place. You know, I never properly thanked you for what you did for me on Yesha. Oh, I don't mean getting me out of that cell, though I am grateful. I mean helping me find myself again.
I see.
Given up for so long. Forgot how to fight. Why to fight. But seeing you gave me hope again. Reminded me the root could still be resisted. So, thank you. Anyway, what can I do for you?
So yeah, this is so like after the stream, I basically went to use the bathroom, missed all of that, and then came back to this dialogue option. I was like, wait, what the fuck happened? But yeah, Ford's here. He's back. He's checking out things. How's Ward 13?
It's different. I was gone 30-some-odd years. Some folks lived and died their whole lives in that time. Ain't easy getting to know people. Most of them think I'm either a legend or a ghost. Hell, maybe they're both right. But Ellen's done good work here. She's kept folks alive and given them hope. Just like her mother did before her.
How are things with you and the commander, huh?
Ellen? Well, she's talking to me, that's something. I assured her she's still in charge here. I just want to help however I can. But the others don't always see it that way. To them, I'm still Founder Ford, the hero. But to Ellen, I'm the grandfather that was never there for her, not even when her mother died. It's a lot to work through. But we'll get there. Provided the root don't kill us all first.
So the thing about I want to point out is like the writing is really good. Like for characters that don't really get a whole lot of screen time, they put in a decent amount of nuance. Sorry. But also like the voice actor for Ford is so tired. Or maybe not the voice actor, but the voice actor makes Ford sound so tired, and I love it. Cause yeah,
Good
that
luck
makes
out
sense.
there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So I had the labyrinth armor, which is one of the two that I can think of that has a fun glowy. I still have not been able to get one of the armors that I really want to get. I think it's like the last armor in the game. But it's called the Carapace armor, and the reason I haven't gotten it is because getting to it is a pain, apparently. Like, you have to do some shit to be able to actually purchase it, and it's all entirely luck. Like first you have to kill specific enemies on courses to, like, harvest their parts, because it's like, it's a carapace set, so you get, like, hardened carapace from, like, bugs. And you can do that pretty easily. The enemies aren't tough, but they run away. So like, and they can be replaced by an entirely different kind of bug. So like, sometimes you're just not gonna get it. Throughout your entire run on courses, which sucks. But then once you do that, you need to have a merchant show up who is also entirely random, and you may not get for like a couple runs. But once you finally have him, you also need to make sure you have a specific debuff on your character, because that halves your health, because if you don't, then that enemy isn't going to be helpful he's gonna be like a... That merchant is instead gonna be like an enemy. Oh, that's interesting. The death fade, or whatever it is, specifically happens, like... Like, the death fade apparently specifically is assigned to, like, the type of character, not, like, what area they're on, because this is Earth, but they fade out into purple, which is kind of the racem. But yeah, it's that one. Don't mind the skulls, they're helpful. So yeah, here we found a key inside of Ward Prime, and it's this homestead basement key. And there's lore down here, or there's stuff down here. The main piece of loot is the Vanguard ring, which doesn't sound all that good. I found the key and I was just curious what it did, and I checked, but like, oh, it's gonna be way down here. Yeah, it's basically the second to last. Melee charge attacks reduce incoming and outgoing damage by 4%. I mean, like, the only part of that sounds good is that for a little bit, enemies are gonna do less damage to you, and I guess maybe that would be more important for like, oh, but enemies are doing less damage, but you're also doing not as much damage. That sounds like it sucks, actually. I mean, like, with this flail, like, I guess that would be okay, and with some other stuff that might be okay, because like this applies corrosion, and other stuff can apply corrosion, and that might weaken them enough for it to be good. But like, you're losing out on a shit ton of damage for no reason with that. It just depends on your own ability to survive, I feel like. Anyway, yeah, some lore, and then we'll head back and do the portal. Ward Prime Command and Control Access Terminal. Vlog. This is Dr. Sebastian Weisskopf of Ward Prime. I'm entering a log here in case I don't make it. Since the initial incursion just over a week and a half ago, route actively have increased in Ward Prime to the point where the entire sections were locked down and placed under military control. They said they had it contained. God damn it. They said we'd be able to continue our work within a couple of weeks. Then a few days ago, they blew the whole thing to hell. I was still there trying to recover literal years of work when I heard a helicopter outside the ward. I don't know what kind of bomb they used, but half the damn ward is gone. Not incinerated or turned to rubble, just gone. I'm lucky, I guess. I was just outside the blast radius. It felt like some kind of wind was sucking me out toward the epicenter, and it stopped. I was standing on the edge of empty space under an open sky. The helicopter I'd heard hovered for several minutes, but never came in. I waved and shouted until they flew off shortly after. Maybe they still think it worked? I mean, the world stone's gone, and I haven't seen any new routes since. They're still around, but this seems to have closed their doorway in. With the world stone gone, there's just some kind of hole where it was. I haven't gone in close, I can't. The whole damn ward is now infested with giant rats. You read that right. Giant, savage, goddamn weapon-wielding rats. I don't know what the brass are thinking, but I'm on my own out here. I found this old bunker at least. I guess Sato used to use it for his work. I might be safe here for a while if they don't find me, and if I figure out how to eat. Man, not knowing how to eat must be rough. I mean, it's pretty simple. You just and then you swallow. I mean, pretty. You just get food in there, and then you chomp, and then you swallow. It seems pretty simple, but not knowing how to do it, man, that would suck. Um, I discovered the broom closet, including rags and disinfectant. Every inch of the bunker is now clean. I also remembered how to trap and skin a rabbit. Looks like I'm gonna make it. God. Day 17. Computer, you are my best friend now. Holy hell, I'm not alone. I found Dr. Sato, beard scraggly as hell, I guess mine's no better, dragging a whole damn rat corpse through the woods, says he wants to study it. Whatever, I'm just glad someone else is alive. For the record, I am sleepy now. Because it's late for me, and I will try to not be streaming for too long. But I kinda wanna get through to the end. I don't know how long the actual DLC will take, and we're basically just started. But I am shaving off all of the Ward Prime stuff. And I'm stuck here with it. I gotta get out of here. But like, anyway, I want to try and beat this and just get out, and that, or like want to try and read this thing credits and stuff. Holy hell, NG was right. The rats are sentient. I've been to Ward Prime almost daily to observe their behavior. Not only are they sentient, they seem to speak a complex language. I don't understand how that can be, but I know what I have to do. The rats are dangerous, but they fight the root as well. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? And we need all the help we can get. I just need to study them a little longer, figure out my approach. This will work. I don't think it worked. That's where you've been going every day, Ward Prime, and this is how I find out? This will not work. Do not engage the rats. They are ruthless, savage, and extremely intelligent. Even if you are partially right, there is a high risk that they will kill you. God, I hope you read this before you do something stupid. I think maybe he didn't. Okay, we got some reports. Isolation lab. I have been given access to the Dreamer from Ward 2 for autopsy given what occurred in Ward 1. Commander Neville has agreed that I should perform my work in isolation, monitored and recorded so that if anything should happen to me, it will not impact the work at Ward Prime. After discussing my findings, the body will be cremated, and we will discuss the possibility of access to the survivors of Ward 1. Error, 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 error. I have completed my examination of the Rat Man, once one of many who have come through the portal since Ward Prime was destroyed. Its physiology has proven remarkably predictable, similar enough to both humans and rats that I had little trouble in dissection. The brain is well developed, in particular the volume of the temporal lobe is closer to modern humans than anything else, suggesting that rats are capable of language and complex emotions. Combined with the weapons I have seen these creatures use, I believe they may be sentient. Normally, I would continue working, but given the situation and the sudden change my examinations and made to my colleague's schedule, I will cremate the corpse this evening. Are you happy, Sebastian? Alright. So this is fun. We got like, there's like some actual like studies going on. Who's this? NG. For anyone didn't tell Commander Neville or anyone really, but there is an additional reason I wanted to establish a laboratory out here. The work environment of Ward Prime is chaotic. The military has gone through a recent hiring spree, and the mistakes made in the first 3 wards have got people on edge. The result is 100 chatty employees who, nevertheless, are mildly suspicious of everyone around them. It's exhausting. Don't get me started on the open plan workspace. The Ward 1 contagion absolutely makes isolation the best choice, but I won't lie, this is the only place I can get anything done. I performed several autopsies now on Ward Prime deaths, and they give me concern. In the Dreamers, I have found some kind of fibrous memory mingled with their brain tissue. That alone would not be disconcerting. The drugs used to connect the Dreamers to the World Stone are largely experimental and bound to produce odd biological effects. But I found the same tissue in infected members of Ward 1 who have since passed away. Whatever happened affected their minds in the same way as the Dreamers, as if the connection to the World Stone were reaching outside the Dreamers' brains, and the contagion is still in them. Most of Ward Prime has been locked down, so the so-called root creatures have overrun everything, it seems. The brass says they have contained it, but I don't see how they could. I'm sorry for yawning. I should maybe grab a bit of caffeine. I don't see any good way out of this short of bombing the wards. It's been 10 days since military measures were enacted on Ward Prime. No other aid has come. I escaped into the surrounding countryside with several others, but our radio died, and though we've seen no sign of the root yet, there are worrying signs that something is still working in the ward. Some of the others want to stop lighting fires. I'm beginning to think they're right. Everyone's dead, and if they find me, I'm next. They attacked without warning, huge rat men wielding bows and spears. We took out a few, but their numbers were overwhelming, and I swear I saw some of them wielding our own guns against us. I don't think they followed me, but I don't know. I think my farmhouse lab wasn't far from here. I'm going to try to go there next. If this is the last entry, well, you know what happened to me. Oh, I made it. Not only that, but I found Dr. Weisskopf alive and living out of my lab. He seems a bit unbalanced, but it's probably just the isolation. At least he's found a way to eat. I also found one of those dead rat things on my way in. Figured I could do something useful with my time. Found my old computer logs. I guess Sebastian's been using them too. He's more unbalanced than I thought. Weisskopf's been gone most days. He won't tell me where. I thought he was hunting, but several days now he's come back with nothing but a manic look in his eyes. I'm getting worried. Don't know what that's about. Are those my skulls making the noise? I've been wondering that, because I didn't think... No, that's definitely not my skulls. They 100% despawned. Alright. Ward Prime portal, here we come. But yeah, I definitely liked this area as we've done it, and I did enjoy Ward Prime. There was just some of the harder puzzles that got to me in terms of frustration. Like I was slowly trying to figure it out, and like one of the things that really annoyed me was there was a puzzle to get a weapon, and I'm glad I got that weapon because I've like kind of been using it on the side. It's got really good mod generation regardless. But like finally, you know, like it took a bit, and I felt really dumb because like the last thing I needed to do, there was like I had to basically press a button on a computer, and I completely forgot to do that. Anyway, it's all open now. We have We have attained entrance. Hopefully not too many root entered while we were away. Let's head in. Now this cutscene we've already seen, but we didn't go any further beyond this cutscene. We basically took a checkpoint and ended the stream there. Yep. Cutscene. God, the armors in this game look so weird. I love them.
Where did you come from?
Oh, you know places. I'm glad that you're kind of a guardian here. You have like guardian powers or something.
Be more careful. The shadow is following you.
Everyone has a name for the root, huh? I guess it makes sense, but eh. Now we're gonna explore Racing. The main thing I'm hoping for is there's a specific event that I haven't been able to fully do. There's like, I think it's an amulet or something that I can get, and it's mostly just like, it depends on like RNG, like a lot of things. It always feels silly that so much depends on RNG, but like it doesn't particularly matter. So right now, I'm kind of doing what I said I wasn't going to do last time, which is a summon build. Largely because the new armor that I have, the Labyrinth armor, makes summons have like do like a really nice amount of damage. Like I don't have like mod regeneration, so I am gonna have to like do some stuff. But like when my summons are active, I basically don't have to do anything. Like even just these two skulls, even though I could summon some more, could summon the very good boy specifically, which I might do, but I get. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Should stick to my page. This seems like a pretty straight line, so we should be. But yeah, like I can already summon like both of those skulls back. Like I don't think it takes too much generation, but like also this is the machine pistol. Oh yeah, I thought maybe I had the turrets as my other mod. No, instead I have probably okay, it's not broken yet, but like I had the thought of like, oh, this should like also be counted as a summon, and if it counted as a summon, then it would be broken because the Swarm, which is the mod on here, has such good ad clear. Like it's insane how good the ad clear is. Like I've mentioned already that there are times when you can just stand still and do stuff, and just let like the skulls and stuff take care of it. The Swarm is like that, but like multiplied by a fair amount. Like I'm just gonna let it do the talking here.
Ow!
Like, I don't even, like, he's down. He's staggered and he's down. And they can just keep chasing enemies. Admittedly, it's only for a short while, but you only need a short while with this thing. I'm not kidding. It's amazing. Anyway, yeah, this is Racem. It's an ice world. I think it's beautiful. And the main things here are rats and bats. These are bats. Given my affinity for rats and Vikings, I think this world is one of my favorites. The only thing that's even like a little bit weighing it down are some of the bosses, which get supremely frustrating, especially on any difficulty higher than hard. Jesus Christ, Swarm is so broken, it's great. Could have sworn I saw like an exit to go to. Hey man, take this. Now, it's funny. I'm not, like, in terms of, like, weapon types, I'm not, like, huge on flails, mostly because, like, you can have the same thing but better in either a whip or a hammer. Like trying to go best of both worlds in terms of like a flail doesn't particularly do it for me in terms of weapon aesthetic, but like the one in this game I make an exception for, at least the Butcher's flail specifically. I think there's another one that I'm not a huge fan of, but like the Butcher's flail specifically basically makes enemies take double damage gradually, or like more and more damage up to double damage. So it's not bad. In general, it's pretty good. There are better ways to do it, probably, that lets you use other weapons, but like, I don't know, it works enough, and like I want to have Swarm on instead of putting on like stuff like Corrosive Aura, and in order to do that, having this as a melee works. Granted, this isn't particularly a melee build, so it's not like... There's a lot of you dudes. Oh yeah, also my summons can steal health for me. So this is also like a self-heal build that is immensely broken. Everything about this is so very broken, and I love it to pieces. At the very least, it's broken as like a... At the very least, it's broken in terms of... Oh shit, you're still alive. Or there's like two of you.
Oh, that was rough.
I think maybe there was two of you. It's hard to tell. So, I don't think this is, like, amazing for bosses specifically, but this is a great build for, like, running around. Like, even, like, I would probably argue even on, like, Nightmare, like, really tough difficulties. I haven't tried it, although I think I might at some point. Like, I have a couple ideas of like how to stream this going forward. It becoming like a repeat visitor on the streaming side of things. I mean I've been playing it enough as is, but like, you know, I'm I'm just curious if there's like another... Just... Again, busted Swarm. Swarm, so busted. Oh, Swarm died before it could kill you. That's hilarious. Yeah, like that's the main thing, is it just like it takes longer, like it doesn't last insanely long, which like I haven't gotten it, but there's a special trait that makes it, that also makes that last longer. So like, well, it makes all mods last longer, and I assume it means Swarm as well, but like... Okay, enjoy dying to skulls. I'm just trying to see if there's something over this way, but I think I am gonna head over to the left. Or westward, whichever. Dang, what are you all doing over here? Get back here.
He's down!
You know, I didn't really use it too much, but I can definitely see why people like the coach gun. Granted, it was like my starting weapon, but like I can definitely see why people like the coach gun. While useful, the skulls make a bunch of creepy sounds, and they make me think that I'm in trouble when I'm not. Okay, there's definitely gonna be more stuff to check out in this, in terms of But yeah, that's what I was saying about like I don't know if it was clear, but like with Swarm, what I was saying about like if it counted as a summon, it would be broken. There's a lot of things. There's a couple of things that specifically summons can do, such as the lifesteal thing. And if Swarm could do that, it would just be horrifically broken, like incredibly so. Thankfully, there's plenty of other ways to do lifesteal, and like even if it doesn't do lifesteal, I feel like it's plenty powerful on its own. Like it'll completely get rid of any ads as far as I can tell. We're gonna go this way down in here. However, as soon as I enter, just so that like I'm safe and there's not gonna be like enemies sneaking up behind me, I am gonna take a quick break to use the bathroom. But yeah, interesting that it's a boat, and you'll see why. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Hi. Ugh. So, talking real briefly about my nails, because I said at the start I did my nails and I like it. I noticed something in that my, how to put this. um my brain isn't letting me think. um so the colors that I did were green and yellow. I did kind of like an alternating pattern because I really like that color as a combination. There's another reason why I did it, but like the incidental connection is funnier to me. Which is green and yellow are kind of the two colors of Rom and Corsus in this game. Specifically, what I mean by that would be that Corsus had, like, the death animation. I keep talking about that, how things fade away in a specific color, but like Corsus specifically is green, and Rom is yellow, and and as a fun aside, like, those things can, like, those planets kind of represent plague and radiation, which are like fun themes for me. I mean, we live in a post-COVID society. Not post-COVID, I shouldn't say that, that's not true. COVID is still fucking happening, people are still fucking dying. I don't know why. I guess what I mean is, like, we live in a post-COVID existing is what I really meant, is like COVID has changed what people view as plague now, because it's not the Black Plague anymore, it's this plague that has been ruining us and showing how awful our society is for not properly responding to it. But anyway, it's fun because... Oh, you. What was I saying? But yeah, anyway, I just, like, in the context of fantasy and fiction, like radiation, especially radiation and science fiction, like those two things are, like, I kind of find as fun. Plague more so in fantasy, because you get, like, because fantasy offers an excuse to go a bit more old-timey, and so you get way more nods to the Black Plague instead of like Plague Inc. and stuff, which Plague Inc. is still kind of neat to me. But yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to point out, is like how fun the color scheme, like, randomly, like, oh hey, these two areas of a game I have been playing so much of, and that wasn't even the intentional correlation. In all honesty, I kind of, like, relate both colors to radiation, and like beyond that, like, they're colors that I kind of want to associate with myself, and like I've been thinking about styling like clothes and like my wardrobe and other such things around the two colors. So far only the nails though, because I don't really have a ton of budget for going out and getting new clothes, let alone, and I probably need to wait a little bit before asking my parents to schedule another hair appointment for me. Because I also definitely don't have the budget for hair appointments, but I have parents who will schedule them for me. And they do have a budget for it.
That all you got? Oh, yeah, get it!
So the great thing about where we are, where like my character is right now, Withering Keep means I'm probably gonna be able to get like a specific, like the thing I was talking about, like the random merchant thing, because there's a thing where you have to like. There's a thing where you have to like rescue a specific prisoner, and when you do, and if you do that, you'll get the reward. Especially because I know for a fact that the NPC is here, because I could see the symbol for her on the map. Which, now that I think about it, that might be kind of a weird thing.
That was rough.
I guess fair warning to people. This stream might contain a kind of weird representation of motherhood, in so much as like breastfeeding, but like it's like a mouse, so like a mammalian animal, and that might weird people out. It's not exactly graphic. The rat is just very fat, and large, and so on, and like a bunch of babies. I don't know if that's really something to be worried about, but I figured I should at least get a warning out there. Have a swarm. You again.
Keep down!
Yep, shit. There's a lot of you big guys. There's been just so many of you big guys. Have another swarm on me. Alright, firefight's still happening. I wanted to go check over here because I think that way might be the exit. Or hold on. Okay, no, there's just like a lot here. Oh yeah, the reason I pointed out the boat is because like a lot of some of these dungeons are like there's mines and stuff, but like some of these dungeons are like out at sea, like ice flows and stuff, and I think that's really neat. Like you get on a skiff and just go check it out. Okay, I see the exit. Go over there's the exit, and what I'm looking for might be that way. We're looking for a little rat baby stuck in a cage, because we're saving a mother's baby kind of thing. Another thing that I thought was really neat is that like mole rats are like the mounts and stuff in this like this universe, world, whichever. Yeah, you don't stand a chance, my guy. Yeah, Swarm slaps. I will never get tired of this mod. Like it's a limited range because it'll generally just kind of come back to you, and like it doesn't steal health. But like, God, the stagger and damage, the type of stagger and damage it does for shit is so great. Okay, so over there's the way we need to go. Still gotta see about the dude. Baby. I'm almost certain Wuthering Keep, which sounds a lot like it sounds a lot like a what's it called? Ghost of a Tale. God, I can't believe I forgot about how that game. I hope it's updated or something, because like I tried to stream it, it just kept crashing. And I really want to stream it. It's such a good game, and I feel like I've gotten a bit better with my voice acting, so it might be even more fun to try. But yeah, like Wuthering Keep sounds a whole lot like an easy Ghost of a Tale reference, because the main place it takes place in is Wuthering Heights, or wait, that's not it. That's wrong. I'm lying. It's Dwindling Heights in the game.
And stay down.
Oh, the Storm Wizard. Cool. Okay, well, we're not gonna leave until we've like combed everywhere to make sure that we didn't fail to save the baby. But yeah, I guess maybe I fooled myself, because like I was so sure. I'm like, oh yeah, this is totally a reference to Ghost of a Tale. It sounds so much like one. It's rats. It sounds like withering something, which is sort of like dwindling. I don't know. I think I'm wrong, but like at the same time, am I? Okay, so there's like a big loop. Keep an eye and an ear out for rat baby. Is rat baby real? I sure hope so. It's not over here. Who's screaming at me? Dang, I will be sad if the rat baby isn't here. I got my hopes up being like, oh, I'll finally be able to save the rat baby and talk to the mother. Cause I encountered the rat baby like once, and I did save him, but the mom didn't spawn in, so I couldn't like collect my reward for doing a good thing. You know how everyone thinks. Anyway, bro, was that you yelling at me? Seriously? Like, I heard you, like, across the map, my guy.
Rats won't fit.
Rats won't fit. Jokes. Really? No rat baby? Can we get some sad pogs in the chat for rat baby? For no rat baby? I thought rat baby, though. I was hoping so much for rat baby. There should be a thing, such thing as a sad pog. I don't think there is, but like, there should be. Pog of mourning. Okay, I don't think the rat baby's here. As far as I am aware, it's very obvious when the rat baby shows up. Cause like it has like its own little alcove of a dungeon, which is why I was especially excited when like the thing branched off. Ah, fuck, I hate this boss. This boss sucks. Okay, I have no idea how this is gonna go. I kinda want to keep with this build, and I'm willing to try, but I have no idea how this is gonna go. Storm Wizards, do not fuck with Storm Wizards. But yeah, this is definitely one of those ones I was talking about where like, the idea of the boss is cool as fuck. There's some cool shit with this boss. But then, like, you get to it. Let's try something. It probably won't go well. Oh, get fucked. Get fucked, nerd. Oh, I love it. That was great.
That was rough.
Yeah, the worst part about that fight is trying to do it at long range. Because if you try and do that fight at long range, you're stuck having to constantly, like, fight against the arena in so much as, like, the clouds like circling the thing. If you're under one, you'll like slowly get frozen for one, but also you'll like take just so much damage. And like the ice ball is also a pain in the butt. Like it'll do so much damage if you don't focus in on it. But beyond all that, for the most part, that boss is like a total punk. But yeah, like that build put in decent work against that thing. Granted, this is on normal. There's not an easy mode, but like this is basically easy mode. And I have been playing on hard, and if I played on hard, it would probably have not gone so well. But it did still go pretty well. If I were doing that on hard, I probably would have died the first time and then swapped out for like a second set of summons that could do more, like do extra damage to it. The biggest issue definitely would have been the ice ball, and I would have had to figure out how to do that. We did not find the baby. However, we are right next to the mom, which will be good if we ever do find the baby. If not, you know, it is what it is. Right over here, there's the checkpoint. Here's a door that we should go ahead and open because we'll need to go back over to the left, or rather, like over to the west, because that's a place that we didn't go to. But right here, we're gonna talk to her, like I said.
Greetings, Wanderer. We wondered when you would arrive.
How did you know I was coming?
I may only be Emin, but I am Crow, gifted with sight.
Okay.
I am also Mother, gifted with many hungry mouths.
Aw.
I have seen you in strange places, Wanderer, fighting creatures of nightmares.
I mean, I have been doing that, yeah.
Much for you on your journey. Good fortune, perhaps. A curse on your enemies.
The final boss was
Or
literally
maybe
called
you
Nightmare.
wish to spurn death itself. In all things, we can help. For a healthy price, of course.
Of course. What's a crawl?
Crawl gifted with sight beyond most. We see what may be, and sometimes what must. Only 1 in 1,000 are born with this sight. So, the crawl are valued by the Uriki.
You called yourself Emin? What does that mean?
Emin are we. The Emin are all who are not Uriki. Chattel, thralls, and laborers. Yet, crawl only ever come from the Emin. Never Uriki. And so, we have value yet.
Ah.
Of
Let me see
course.
your wares real quick. Pretty typical shit.
May hope drive you.
Yay. Okay, we are probably gonna head west. That's probably, like, the path of progress, but I did want to just check over here. Yeah. Fuck that guy. This is the thing, I never want to take Swarm off. It's so broken. I love it. The skulls, though. The skulls repeatedly I keep worrying about. Just gotta be like, hey skulls, you're breathing down my neck a little bit here. It's creepy. And then they won't apologize or anything. They're pretty rude as companions, but they do put in work. They do the job. And you know, like, if someone does a good job, even if they're kind of an asshole, like, hey, should appreciate them. They're doing their job, they're getting what needs to be done. That's just Duolingo being needy. Although I should get back to trying to learn Russian. This isn't why I'm learning Russian, but I did have a partial inkling of like if I get good enough at Russian, I might try to play maybe not the real game, maybe not like how to say this. Maybe not like, cause I own Pathologic 2, and I want to play that, but like I like, since I don't think the original Pathologic is voice acted, and thus I would have to like, well, even still, like if I got good enough at Russian, I would maybe play Pathologic as like in like the original Russian to see like how well I could do, especially since that thing is like a dense philosophy text. That would be a fun test of my Russian skills. I would fail that test immediately as I am now. I am such a beginner Russian. I couldn't speak it. I could maybe read very beginner words. But I am enjoying learning. It's a fun thing. Ooh, this guy. I like a lot of the bosses in this world. Even if they're frustrating to fight sometimes, a lot of them are still like really cool, so they get points for that. This is one that's both pretty chill to fight, not too bad, and pretty neat. It's one of the only ones I can think of that's like a multi enemy fight, and you'll see what I mean. So we have this thing. Gross.
Fresh flesh.
So we have the Rider and the Warg. I'm not gonna try and say their names. Broodvak. Although I might change my opinion about this fight based off of the voice of the rat. Because holy cow, that's a voice. Oh, you got me. Okay, Ratman's down. The frustrating part is you can't kill them at the same time. No matter what it's It's Smaug and Ornstein from Dark Souls. They regenerate their health and get stronger and become like their own fight. There we go. Maybe.
This ain't good. That was rough.
A little bit. Wasn't too bad though.
Bag's full.
Okay, so this is another interesting one, because, like, these are, like, there are world bosses and then dungeon bosses, and when you fight a world boss in adventure mode, they don't have, like room, they don't have, like, a way to progress after that. They're kind of dead ends when you fight them in adventure mode, but that obviously means that, like, in story mode, they're, like, the way to progress. So, like, depending on how much time we have, I might go back and see the top left of the initial map, because that could be interesting. And it might get me the baby. Okay, this is like a whole other forest. That makes sense. That's typically what happens is if I remember correctly, that's typically what happens is you go and like you go from I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like you go. Oh, camp. Hey, you two. What's up?
Yes, you are kin to the sparrow. Follow her.
Sinterklaas?
Find her. Only she can stop the creeping death.
What is the creeping death?
The creeping death is all around. It pierces the walls, arrogates forests and mountains, and... well, the sparrow does not belong here. She must return to her home. Only there can she do what must be done. If she remains, if none can help her, the creeping death will consume us, as it has consumed so much else. And all will return to dust.
I'll find her.
Indeed. Take this path to its highest point. There lies the sentinel. There hides the sparrow. Guide her, Sparrowkin. She knows it not, but she needs you as much as you need her.
I mean, I know I'm definitely human, and I know what you mean. Do I look at all like I might be in relation to her, like any kin of any kind? I'm practically made of stone right now.
Very.
Who are you?
We are Vargil, stewards of the Sentinel, friend to the Sparrow.
Are there more Vargil?
We are here. We are always Together in mind, though rarely in body, we walk the frozen land. Once, we were many, but we do not spread like the Uriki. And we are hunted every few seasons. The Uriki are small, but their numbers are endless. We feel every death as if it were our own.
What's the Sentinel?
The Sentinel is the beginning and a bastion against the end. It is our forest's heart and protector.
The Guardian.
Long ago, the Sentinel gave its heart to the Sparrow. We know not why.
So she's
And
a Guardian now.
The creeping death grows ever nearer.
How did the Sparrow get here?
Let me remember. Let me recall. Ah, yes. Only the Sentinel knows. And perhaps not even that. She and her companion came to our forest against their will. The Uriki hunted them, as they do all who wander the forest. She found the Sentinel. He did not. And since that day, the Sentinel and Sparrow have been one.
Who was the Sparrow's companion then?
We do not know. The Uriki left nothing of him behind.
So the creeping death is the root.
Twisted, gnarled, an oak corrupted by time and indifference.
Yep, sounds like it.
Yes, root is a good word. This path will take you to the Sentinel. Seek the highest point. The Sparrow hides there. You are her kin. You will guide her to face the creeping death. Or the Sentinel will fall.
Okay. So the obvious thing, at least for me because of what I've read, if we go through the lore that I read like in the first, maybe second stream with Ward 13 and the different dreamers, I forget her name, but there's a dreamer who dreamt of an ice planet and was uncomfortable with temperatures above room temperature, and like that one specifically somehow like teleported and that was a very specific part of it. I don't remember specifically. I don't remember all the specifics. I mainly just remember that, but like, yeah. Okay, we're back to like a full-on area, it seems, with enemies. Maybe? Yeah, it's gotta be. Oh god, it sounds like a fart. Gotta love Swarm. poison and debuff, like when it's done, I guess that can be for anything, but like poison and debuff are like such good like side things to have for as like a power in anything, in my opinion. And when I say debuff, I know there's all kinds of debuffs, but like specifically, like I'm thinking of like take a bit, if not double damage type of debuff, and then like poison, and then poisons can do just about anything but like I love the idea of poisoning. Either to keep them from regenerating health, or like to keep from regaining stamina from paralysis especially, but like they kind of go hand in hand, but like that is a good, at least to me, I love that as like additional gameplay or like and stuff like that. I love damage over times, and this game has like one of my favorite damage over times in that like it leeches life. Like, well, you have to kind of spec into it to do this, but like bleeding can life steal, and so can melee kind of thing. Like it's great. I love it. But yeah, corrosion and bleeding, I would argue, are like my two preferred debuffs. Uh-oh. There we go. The shield dudes, like the shield dudes of like in the open world, because I want to specify like open, like the open world instead of just like the, because like there's a boss that's a shield dude, and he also is kind of tough, but like the shield dudes in the open world especially are like really rough to deal with, because they get so hard to deal with, especially in close quarters, because they can do a whole lot of damage, and it's really hard to get them to like not have the shield up, and the shield basically protects their entire front. I'm not 100% certain, but it's kind of impossible to like do that. Yeah, this is just a whole other large area. This isn't like, I mean, we'll find the exits and stuff, but like this is a whole path in and of itself that we gotta get through and find our way. Like it's not like a linear way. We're probably gonna end up with like coming across multiple exit paths, and we'll have to figure out which is which. The Kutch gun is pretty good. Like I didn't, like I kind of focused on the shotgun more and didn't really give it the time of day, but it's good. It's a very solid weapon. It's kind of the best of both worlds. It's got like some good. It's good. It's decent range, but it also has good mod generation and damage. I mean, I think pretty much all of the starting weapons are decent. Like you're not gonna like a lot of the times people say this with in from builds that I've seen and like tried out, but like it is pretty clear to me that like you can't really go wrong with any armor set or weapon. Like there's gonna be obvious like synergies and stuff, but like picking up on those synergies and doing your best to utilize them is really all that you need, because like you don't need to know it because there isn't one, but like there's no like best armor or best set of weapons. Like DPS and stuff is fairly well balanced. The main thing I would argue is that like things that can proc bleeding and then corrosive and then corrosion for the extra damage are really good, but that might just be good for my playstyle.
He's down!
Okay. So this is kind of a big loop. Are there any other exits is all I wanna like check on. I know there was like a gate. Yeah, okay, there's a couple things. Let's go this way. I think these are the two main ones. Unless there's one all the way up to the north. But I think for the most part it's like southeast, southwest, and south or northeast. And then northwest is where we came from, so it's a good quad. Thankfully, it's not too late. It's getting close to 10, which is a little bit, not worrying, because I think we're getting. It's not worrying, but like, we're getting some. Hopefully we can do this in one go, is what I'm hoping for. Cave of the Elders. I don't know this one. At least I don't know it by name, but like... Okay. Guess what? I have an army. Especially an army of bugs. I could definitely put on stuff that generates mod power in the background, and then I just wouldn't even have to. I could just press the R1 button from time to time, maybe the triangle button, and then nothing else. It would be awesome. No, don't do that. This one feels very straight line type dungeon. I wonder what this is. Cuz I don't really recognize it. Like, it's the mines. I can tell it's the mines, but like I don't know. I just feel like the mines are usually a bit more complicated than this, so I'm curious. Frick. Okay, that one got me. Okay, now I have my summons up, so that'll be good. But yeah, a lot of the enemies in like a lot of the special enemies are kind of like what if a boss but like a light version of the boss, like boss light. And I actually kind of like that. It makes it seem like the elites are like not really more dangerous, because it's kind of hard to make elites seem more dangerous purely by like relation to other enemies, but it makes the bosses seem... It's the kind of thing of like, oh, the bosses are just really really good versions of these elites, so you kind of get like what their whole shtick is about, and also you kind of get and also you just kind of get like a fun idea of the world building of like how these bosses came to be without too much explanation. Oh, blew myself up a little bit.
Woo! It's over.
Yeah, this is a surprisingly straight line for all this. So, I definitely feel like I like this more than a certain build I was doing beforehand. And it's not real, and it's not for lack, and it's not that the build I was doing beforehand isn't good. I think like in the circumstances, like the one I was using is pretty darn strong. The main thing I have a problem with, and it just kind of like becomes an issue because like even with the health regeneration that it has, but like there's an armor set called the Twisted set, and it's like, and it looks like the Root, and it looks really cool. I love the armor set. But like aesthetic, like I said, aesthetic alone isn't perfect, but like it isn't like the best measure of like quality. But like anyway, what I'm trying to say is that like it's a good set, but like what happens is it regenerates a little bit of health slowly, very slowly. It's not broken unless you really lean into the idea of health regeneration and like put in all the stuff that boosts healing and all the stuff that also adds health regeneration, which is like 2 different rings and then a necklace and stuff. Like you have to very specifically make the health regeneration. You have to go out of your way to make the health regeneration broken, but you can do it. But I used it more for the other effect, which is if you're at full health for a set amount of time, you get a stack that increases mod and melee bonuses, and that seemed fairly strong to me, and I think it can still be strong, but I had like a specifically melee focused build around it. But the problem with the set for me was I was so kind of obsessed with like making that always at 10, because you can do a max of 10 stacks. I was so obsessed with always having the stacks at 10 that I felt like I was overusing all of my healing, and I don't think that was the best way to do it. What is this area? Grave of the Elders. I don't think I know this one. Is this a boss, or... No, it's not. Okay.
He's down!
This won't be too bad, I don't think. Oh, that guy sucks. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I need to shoot at this guy. Okay, they took care of him. That's a plus. They were able to, like, shoot his back, basically. Okay, who's the next elite? Oh, I see. Okay, let's put everything up again. It's so good. Swarm, my beloved. Oh shit. Something doesn't sound good. Oh fuck. Yep, I'm not in a good spot to fight this guy yet. Okay, now I am. We're done. We're all good. Okay, that was easy.
Oh, that was rough.
I mean, a little bit, but not really. Okay. Yeah, that was a first. Oh no, some of that was up there. Dang. Okay. It's fine. Think we get a necklace or something? Prismatic diamond ring. That sounds... I remember wanting this, but I don't remember why. Ah, I see. Yeah, that would be good as, like, in, like... That's good in a lot of different ways, because there are certain weapons that technically do elemental damage. Oh, this is nothing. This is purely for that. Got it. Cool. Love it. I'm not being sarcastic. This is fine, but, like, I mean, I guess I am being a little bit sarcastic, but, like, I don't... Like, whenever I do that, I'm like, oh, yeah, love this. This is awesome. Yay. I don't necessarily mean the opposite. I'm just kind of being a little bit goofy and facetious about it because, like, oh, this doesn't progress me. It's a side activity, turns out. More of the game. And when it's this game, more of the game is a good thing. But, like... I don't know. Hey, just so everyone knows, if you like the stream and how awesome I'm doing at this game, and the fun summons that I'm doing, you can go to coffee.com/Oxmina or patreon.com/Oxmina. Coffee's kind of my main income. I have a monthly goal that doesn't really matter if it's reach, but like any support that you can send my way would be great. The goal is kind of the milestone I would need to do this full time, is what it would be. But any donations help out a ton anyway. Like, but on Patreon, if you just kind of want to donate a little bit each month and get something back for it, you can donate for $1. You can pledge for $1, and there's not too much for that, but like I do at least, but like I do listen to like game recommendations. Like if there's something if there's something a patron would recommend me as like a game to play, I think my streams offer a decent look at my tastes. But like if for $1, it's just a nice thing you can do each month, or you can just, and you can also send your recommendations if you really want to, on paid. But for $5, you get access to exclusive content in the form of Patreon papers, which are my little way of like taking the things that I watch, thinking about them, and kind of like making some content out of it, and trying to make it engaging. I'm not like a video editor, but like I kind of think of these as like kind of almost transcripts for like what could become like a full-fledged like essay thing, like a video essay. Like like I don't think they're particularly clever or funny half the time. I think they're at least I think I do my best with like making them fun to read at the very least, but like I think it would take substantially more to really make them like funny and stuff. But think of them as just like on paper versions, almost scripts of things like H-Bomber Guy's videos and stuff like that. Not like as a direct comparison, but stuff like that. And I write one each month, and typically what that ends up being is a fairly lengthy paper, not like ungodly long. At least I hope not. I think they're at all decent length. They're not super short. It's a decent amount of content, I think, and they all talk about like stuff that I've been playing or stuff that I've been watching. I have two in mind. I'm actually thinking of one for Remnant, and also one for a show called The Midnight Gospel, which is on Netflix, and I definitely want to work on both of those. But one of those will be up this month, and probably one will be up next month. I keep talking about the Midnight Gospel one.
That was rough.
I don't know if I remember which one was my most recent. I think it was my Cloudpunk one, which was talking about the game Cloudpunk, and actually got my tweet like announcing it and like advertising it. Got retweeted by the writer of Cloudpunk, which I loved. Although, in fairness, as I see it, I think he as the writer, regularly retweets when people talk about Cloudpunk. Which, as a writer myself, I can, if I were to be the writer on a cool video game as good as Cloudpunk, I would absolutely do that. But regardless of all that. I think my favorite Patreon paper that I've done is a series on the two Styx games, because I enjoyed playing them, but I really went into like this goofy, over the top like conspiracy theory for the second game, and then for the first game I just like super went into detail, like thinking about like if this game were like a super deep metaphor heavy type thing, which I don't really think it is. I think there are ways it's possible to read it like that, which is why I did this. But the actual game I don't think is all that deep. But like I basically took it to be that as deep as possible, and metaphor laden and stuff like that. And I basically analyzed the themes that way, going so far as to as to like talk about the different rivers of the underworld in Greek mythology, because Styx is, you know, it's the main one, but there are others. So those are kind of my two advertisements of it, pointing out that Cloudpunk Rider Retreated 1 and so on and so forth. Any support you can send my way would be great. Following, sharing the streams through word of mouth. If you have any rich relatives who are bored out of their minds, send them my way. Or if you need the money, you know, I don't want to take from you, but, you know, these hypothetical rich relatives, send them my way. Anyway, I don't think this is the other one that the baby rat can show up in. I keep looking for this baby rat. There's like a baby rat that can show up, and if you rescue it, you can talk to the mother and she'll give you something. But like, huh. What a cute noise. A lot of things just make very cute noises in this game. That you wouldn't think of the thing necessarily as cute. I mean, I would, because I think a lot of things are cute that people wouldn't necessarily think is cute. Like to me, these Viking rats are adorable in a lot of ways. Oh good, the Storm Wizard again. I hate the Storm Wizard. The Storm Wizard frostbites me in the ass. Horrible joke aside.
It's over.
Pissed off him, that's great. I say deeply sarcastically because oh no. Running out of ammo for that thing. Oh fuck. Ooh, he got me. I love the heavy gunner as a look. He just has a big cannon and a heavy armor. Looks really cool to me.
Whew. That was rough.
Okay, we found the exit. Still no rat baby though, unfortunately. Okay, I am gonna take another break though, because I try to keep hydrated on streams, but the flip side of that is that I need to take bathroom breaks fairly often. I think this is another boss. I mean, it's gotta be, right? Yeah. Ah, the jackal. I love that I can tell which one it is from the arena. The jackal's fun. Fine. Alright, I will be back in just a moment. We are up to 10 p.m. Hopefully not too much longer, but I think we'll be able to get to the final boss pretty soon. We are in like the final, what I think is like the final area before we like learn about the dreamer girl who we've been chasing, and then we'll get to the final boss. But yeah, see y'all in a sec. Hey, Beast. Totally normal mistake. I've done that too. All right. It's jackal time. The jackal better hide. Get fucked. Oh, I feel evil. Okay, let's try not to roll off the ledge. Oop. Yeah, we're done here.
That was rough.
I really don't think you're particular. The prequel? No, I learned about the prequel actually recently. I think last week, like sometime last week, I learned about it. I kind of want to, and I might go and grab that, if I can, and I might do that next, is with this stream slot. Just to have like the full thing. Isn't it more? It's not great. From what I've seen of it, from what I know of it, it's like I know two things about it. One, it looks a bit more Dark Souls, like melee only kind of thing. Two, I think at least part of it was originally in VR. Yeah. So those are two things. There's one thing that I'm not sure of, but from what I've heard, there's like an aging mechanic where like if your character dies, you'll lose a life. Like not a life, but like you'll lose a year of your life. So those are the things that I vaguely know or have heard about for that game. Honestly, it doesn't sound as fun as this game, but I'm still like curious about it. Okay, so there's apparently like another northward. Yeah, y'all can take care of that. Oh, the shield guy, you're the worst. Swarm is so broken, I love it. The only reason Swarm isn't I feel like the only reason Swarm isn't on like everyone's build list is it doesn't count as a summon, so it can't do lifesteal. Like it doesn't create a debuff and it doesn't do lifesteal and for only those two reasons, which are pretty strong reasons, but like what should I stream next? And do you mean like in this time slot or just in general what I should stream next time I stream? Yes, I should. You're right. The good news is that I'm well, it's not installed on PlayStation right now, but like I do have Warframe on both of my PC and my console, and I tried to get into play some of it on PC, but like I didn't, like when I played it I didn't bother putting the control in, and playing mouse and keyboard was weird. But that's not like really anything. But you're right, especially because it's free and crossplay and so on. It sounds pretty neat. I was thinking about that because like I don't know. But yeah, I was definitely thinking about that. Because like my console crossplay will hopefully be in the game when New War drops. Cool. But like I was definitely like part of the reason I was thinking about it is because like PC versus versus console, if I was doing it on PC, I know for a fact I would basically be starting almost 100% fresh. But I don't know if I can like just make a new character or anything. I think it's like profile specific, so like and I don't remember how far I got in like with my console Warframe file, and that doesn't matter particularly too much. I would just be like having to catch myself up on some stuff, so it's not like a huge deal. But like I was thinking about that and considering my whole thing with with PC and not being able to stream on that, I would probably stream getting into it like on console and then like especially with crossplay. Do the crossplay stuff later. They'll just combine accounts or something. Yeah, that's interesting. I definitely don't know what they would do with it, but yeah, like I agree. I'm totally down for trying to figure out like streaming Warframe and playing it with people. Okay, I like the coach gun a lot. I just realized something that's gonna be like a very minor thing for as long as I use it. The maximum reserves is 29. But it's a 2-shot gun, so we'll just always have an uneven thing. What is that? I mean, it's the Guardian, I assume, but what is that? Hey, player character, how are you not looking at the massive thing with legs? God, our player character is a little bit dumb. Oh, you're like the Tusk guys outside. That's fun. Hi. I don't want to fight you. I especially don't want to kill. Oh, you look cool. Oh, you are so cool.
Stop. I know what you want, and I'm not going back.
Uh-oh. Sroot.
was a close one. Are you okay?
Is the big one okay?
I think so. For now. The shadow is trying to get in. My friend and I just want to keep the shadow away.
You're from Earth, right?
Earth. Oh, yeah. That's what it was called.
Oh.
I was there. A long time ago. They called me Clementine. I think. I remember a bed and a helmet. Lots of wires. And needles. The
Yeah,
helmet
that
made
sucks.
me dream about this place.
God, the Dreamer experiments were so fucked up.
This is my home now.
Who's your friend?
This is the Guardian. They protect this world. I dreamt about them when I was on Earth, when the shadow attacked. The Guardian brought me here. They saved me. My friend gave me their strength. We're a part of each other now.
Okay, I get it. We do gotta go though. We need to get you back to Earth because you can stop the root, apparently.
Root? You mean the shadow? The gnarled, twisty things?
Yeah.
The Guardian showed me what the shadow, the root, did on Earth. The root destroyed everything. It's all gone.
The way the root has like a billion different names makes me think of Control a little bit, because like it's the opposite, where like as soon as one person names the hiss, they know it's the hiss at all times, I think. But like cuz Jesse kind of lampshades this like, and just like that my name for it becomes official at some point. But like in this, like so many people have different names for it. There's still hope.
No! I don't want to fight. I'm happy here. I keep this place safe now. Look, I didn't let the shadow out. It's not my responsibility.
You could save all the worlds from the root, though.
I'm sorry. I'm not going back to Earth. The root can't reach us here.
But they literally keep trying to, is the thing. They are trying to right now, and thus you kind of have to be constantly on your guard.
No! Stop!
Did my character sneeze? Oh. Yes? This is weird. God, look at my character. Get your 3D glasses out now, folks.
Come on!
Yeah, let's just do this. Swarm OP.
Is that all you got?
You want to have your silly secret bullets? I got my silly secret bullets.
That was rough.
Why does that keep happening?
They're never gonna stop, are they?
Was that not clear? No. Don't give me emotions, game. I know these characters for like 5 minutes. This Guardian is so cool, though. I'm so here for that, for the look of that Guardian. Love to hear sounds before the game has loaded. It's very fun. Love to hear, love for that.
This leads to the root source. I feel it. I can
What
get you,
happened?
but you will need to kill it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sounds... Yeah, let's go. I guess we're back in Ward Prime and she just, like, updated the portal. Like, she changed the portal somehow. Now, I don't know what the... I don't know what the developers' plan is. I mean, they did make the prequel. But like I continue to wonder like how they're gonna, if they're gonna like do like a updated story or like a sequel, I guess is what I mean. Maybe not, because like the Root are it seems like the Root are gonna be finished here. Holy shit.
Subject 2923 may have gotten you this far, but you're on your own now.
I'm never on my own. I have skulls and bugs.
You think you're saving the world, don't you? You understand nothing.
Okay. Whatever, man. You're super dead, though. You look awesome, is the thing. Oh no, they're fucking... Oops. Get fucked, asshole. I got lifesteal. I'm OP as fuck. Your health is gone. Okay, cutscene.
The root is equality, immortality, command
Stop!
from sickness, death. No, but I can. I was there at the beginning.
Alright, Hot. Alright, Harsgard.
I've done
Dang, this is hot. No, I'm kidding. Harsgard's too fucking fashy for this to be. Anyway, horrible joke. Moving past it.
Wrong. You're just another heartless narcissist.
Yeah?
Humanity's better than that. It's better than you. Get him, Traveler.
Round 2, motherfucker! Free gun! Weird. This kind of undermines like 50% of my 50% of my build. This gun rocks, but it undermines like a lot of my build. So that's pretty weird. It's fine. Oh. How did that happen? Well, I wasn't very high health. It's fine. Okay, that's already max level, so... Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather... I'd rather cheat with my skulls. You know what's fun, Harsgard? Is actually I'm also immortal. Turns out I'm like infinity immortal, because if I die I just keep coming. I just keep coming. Hey.
You've gotta activate the rift if you're ready.
This one? That doesn't seem right. That looks like it's gonna take me to race him. But okay. Please take me to the boss. To the boss, please. Not to Rat World. This is Rat World. Please don't tell me this is a glitch. Oh boy. Man. Doing this on the final boss always feels so fucking awkward. Oops, I died to the final boss. Guess I gotta make my way back and then try again. Especially in games where it definitely feels like that's not how it's supposed to play out. Nope, that's not it. I'm low on ideas. Maybe if I commune over here? Yeah, that's what I gotta do. That gets me the edgy portal. Okay, we're back to this bit. Oh god, cutscene again. Okay, but it didn't auto-equip, so we're good. Get him. Oh, bullet time? Not bullet time, that's the other one. Cheating! I just wasn't doing anything for like a quarter of that fight. Including the first phase. Sucks to be you, Harsgard. Huh? Oh, that's more rude. And those guys are immortal. So I guess the root's technically not gone, or maybe they're sealed away for now. Who's to say?
You did it! He's gone! They're gone.
I guess there's a possibility for like for more things to happen if they do a
Can't
sequel.
go back to Ward 13.
Okay.
It's not home anymore. Probably never was.
I mean, they kept you like a prisoner and worse because they experiment. Well,
Someday. Take care, traveler.
like I totally get why she wouldn't want to. Ward 13 is kind of where like they horribly experimented on her. Yay! You know, I wasn't paying attention to it. I wasn't like thinking about it. I think if I used a dragon heart like at the very like right before I like basically literally right before I died, I had a chance to use a dragon heart, and if I had used it, I wouldn't have died at like during the first like time fighting him, and then I would have won with the fucking fusion cannon instead. But you know what? Who cares about the cool special weapon? Oh, hey, Ford.
Strange. This can't be right.
What is it?
Hey, we're back.
Well, I'll be. You did it.
I just look so weird. like I'm used to it, especially because of fucking Destiny and how weird your Guardian can look, but I look so weird compared to all the people. It's great. So the crystals haven't finished up. Alright, roll credits. Thank you, Gunfire Games. I love this game. Thank you for making a cool game with a fun story, and I have done so much of this game, played probably way too much of it. Is it not the one I remember you streaming where like you could just summon the sun basically? Is it not that one? Is that not the true end game? God, I still fondly remember. I still very fondly remember. Like I only ever played like maybe two of the starting Warframes. Like Fashion Frame is endgame. That's true. But like I only ever played like two of the frames. But the one where like if you run around you gain more power is like is the one I started with and played the most of. And if I ever get back into it, I'm gonna stick to this design scheme for every single one that I play. But but I found a color scheme that was like a pink and a red or something like that, and it basically made the Warframe look like raw meat. And I don't know why I found that and then immediately was like, yes, this is my aesthetic. But that it was essentially what happened. Uh, like it's like there's a frame that's just meat. Is hell yes. I don't know what frame that is. I don't know how they play. That might be my main though. Hold on, I need to see what Nidus looks like. Oh my god, yes, it's just meat. Nidus, you're just meat, buddy. Excellent. Okay. Tempted to just main Nidus and just be meat. That's amazing. I'm glad that didn't take too horribly long. Um, I do think it's funny because like as I was as I was playing afterwards, because on stream I made a choice to give the Guardian Heart to uh the Corsus, the Queen, um and I and in retrospect, I guess, and like thinking about it more, like giving the heart to Eslin is the better option because like I don't trust Eslin, the Undying King, in this game. Like I don't like him. He sucks. I truly think that like he's not good for like the general, like for the people of Rom in general, but at the same time it's him versus like giving it to the other semi-fascist hive mind that that explicitly just wants the root to show up and thinks that would be a good thing. I think the Swamps of Corsus DLC gives like Corsus like a good amount of world building that helps flesh it out more. It's I think it's interesting that like according to that DLC, the Swamps like giving the heart to the Queen is like the canon ending. Yeah, that's fair. Um, like, like I like I've like given how long I've been playing this game, I can definitely say that I love it. The thought of like no longer having this save file and having to do it all over again sends me into like is it like as just a concept is almost enough to make me never want to play this again. Like you gotta do like a whole lot to like 100%. I did, which also I platinumed this game, and I feel good about that. I did that. But anyway, like it's like this game is like deceptively huge. Like the campaign is one thing, but like getting all the armors and all the builds and stuff like that, like doing stuff like that, that's so much more. Um, but like even then, like playing through the entire story again when you just want to get through the DLCs is something. But yeah, the thing about the Swamps of Courses DLC though is that it's not really. I don't think it's really a story DLC. As I understand it, it introduced like Courses as an adventure mode, like so that you can do like a random roll of Courses without having, and then like you get like different bosses and stuff. Um 2923 is like the story DLC, and I think you can technically like I don't know for sure, but I think you can just select it cuz the I can show it. But like over at the crystal, um I don't know this for certain to be sure, but like if I go to world settings, you can just like re-roll the campaign at any time and just restart it. So like I think you can just do that. I don't know, but like yeah, I totally get it. Like the thought of replaying this whole game without all of the equipment and stuff that I've slowly gathered sounds like it would be annoying. But yeah, like I don't think Swamps of Courses really has a DLC. It adds a lot. Like it adds like that's where survival mode and hardcore mode comes from. Maybe. I think definitely survival mode. I don't know about hardcore mode, but like thinking of the list, if I go to world settings, like there's survival mode, Courses, the adventure mode, I think hardcore mode maybe, and like it's not a direct story, but like it adds a lot. Although the main interesting thing about Swamps of Courses is like, I think it's implying that the canon ending is that you side with the Iskall and like give the heart to that hive mind, because no matter what choice you make in the like campaign, it doesn't like save that and like use it as like, oh, you gave the heart to her this time, or you didn't give the heart to her this time, and it doesn't really do anything like that. Yeah, it just spawns at max level, or it's because everything else I have is like max level. But that's cool. I'm glad I don't have to work to upgrade it, because sometimes that's annoying.
Better be worth my time.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my. Hold on.
Good.
I want to read.
Now go.
The root are primordial, familiar with secrets we can scarcely imagine. It is no wonder Harsgard revered them. No, it's really not a wonder, or it's not no wonder. I do gotta wonder about that. That seems pretty fucked. Seems pretty fucked of him to do that.
What?
Anyway, sword.
Good. Now go.
Man, you're angry. I understand why. Like I don't mean to. Like, she gets very annoyed. But they were not there at the beginning. They were fabricated at the fringes, replicating at the edges of the worlds until the worlds were overrun with the infestation. Broken world fragments that is quick and versatile, suited for almost any situation, excels at controlling areas. This sword looks amazing. So how does it work? It's like pretty much just functions like a sword, but it has like its horizontal thing, and that's like awesome. It does go at an angle, so you can kind of aim it. But it's slightly different from the adventurer sword, I guess. Yeah, it's like the Moonlight Greatsword, in so much as it looks fucking awesome, and it does a laser. That was the fusion cannon, wasn't it? Yep. Don't matter. Yeah, I have enough.
Be safe out there.
Boom. Maxed out. God, that's cool. I love laser sword. Oh, it needs successive hits, doesn't it? I know it's such a gamer color, but I'm a sucker for like red glows. Like one thing that I love, one thing that like is such an aesthetic for me personally, outside of like just glowing red, is like things glowing hot from like heat, like metal. Like if you heat up metal and it starts to glow orange, I love that. But like also just a red glow Like it's kind of generic, and I understand, and so on, but like I love that. Oh, and it just gets more glowy. It just gets even more glowy. Oh, I see. When it gamer derogatory, yeah. Okay, I see. So it builds up mod power quickly, and then you... Uh-huh. Okay. That's fun. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it just because this was kind of the thing that I wanted to do, was beat the thing. Beat the final boss. I am still tempted with Chronos a little bit. I would have to look into it. If nothing else, like if it's sufficiently cheap, I'd be fine doing like some general impressions of it. This gun is just interesting. I don't know. It's $30. Then the answer is not right now. Cause as it turns out, I'm broke, and the most money that I could afford, was donating for the Flint Water Fund thing. That sounds disrespectful, but like helping to reach the Flint Water, helping to bump the goal on Vib's stream for the Flint Water Fund. That's the money I could afford to spend, and I can't really afford to spend anymore. But yeah, I think I'll leave it off. This stream slot for Sunday might. I don't think it's gonna go away. It might become random game chill day for like roguelikes and stuff. Might be where I put Warframe, and Monday might be the roguelike one, except I'm focused on fucking Hand of Fate. I can't believe I forgot the name of that. I don't know. I'm so bad with names sometimes. Anyway, gonna call it here. Thanks for watching. Shorter stream, but got through the DLC. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye now.